Hello, Intactivists, and welcome to Intactivist News Tuesdays. We are going to be talking about Cockfight, Gowdaff, Brendan Murata, a special YouTube channel that is the answer to some Intactivist prayers, Forgin News, Brahim, of course, Prevail of the System News, and much more coming up. So in Cockfight news, Cockfight did indeed go to the Pink concert. This is according to their Facebook page and also Bloodstained Men's posts about it as well. You can see here that Cockfight did indeed reply with pictures of how it went, in which Bloodstained Men also took their photos and shared it. So heck yeah. So look at that good teamwork between the Bloodstained Men and Cockfight. Heck yeah. I don't know why this only got 9 likes. This should have more likes to it. So that's awesome that Cockfight did end up going to the Pink concert. I know lots of Intactivists were worried that Brett Johnson and the gang did not make it, but indeed they did. Now in Gowdaff news, we got great news on that front too, because Gowdaff did indeed go to Turkey according to their tweet. It says stand by for updates in December. As you can see right here, that great things happened at WAS 2023. If you haven't already subscribed to our newsletter, so you can read all about it in our December newsletter. So yes, guys, stay tuned on the POTS channel because we'll be covering that here come December. Also, backed by popular demand on the Prevail of the Systems Discord, we did message the WE, which is Gowdaff's partner, on their stance on circumcision, and we haven't heard back from them yet. David Candela, though, did a wonderful job defending Gowdaff in part 1 of his interview and part 2 as well, which is coming out this Saturday on the POTS channel, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss it. And in POTS news, POTS is teaming up with Breaking the Cut. We did release a short on this. We're not going to go cover everything, just watch the short. We are working on becoming affiliated with Walmart. However, we will only be getting 1 to 4% commission, meaning that Intactivist groups will be getting 0.1% through 0.46% at the max of your purchase if you go through POTS for Walmart. But hey, every little bit helps, right? We've never been able to buy things at Walmart and have a portion of your purchase go to a charity group. So that's awesome. Granted, this is not here yet. We're still working on that. Also, please, if you're going to use Amazon, don't be afraid to pre-game your links to our Discord down in the description below in the Discord channel Amazon Order Ideas, because I know I leave my stuff in my shopping cart for weeks before buying it, especially because Amazon Black Friday deals are coming November 17th. I'm trying to not get bombarded with orders and have people get confused and have the conversions go super slow for you guys. I just don't want a bunch of orders November 17th and questions when we could have done this November 15th and 16th and slowly got in orders versus all at once. So if you could make it a little easier on us, if you did that, that'd be great. POTS and Breaking the Cut are designing shirts for the Prevail Over the System LTD channel. If you have any shirt ideas, please let us know. You can go ahead and submit those to our email or Discord. If you want to help POTS out or have questions, don't be afraid to reach out to us. When you do join our Discord, this is where you can vote on the t-shirt design and enter to win free t-shirts and gift card giveaways when we do those, as well as help Intactivism with your Amazon and future Walmart orders. Also, POTS is going to be conducting an experiment on Intactivism using the Bloodstained Men to see how many new followers of Intactivism they are getting a week on their Twitter, so we can gauge Intactivist growth. We decided Twitter for 2 reasons. 1, Twitter is more modern than Facebook, and 2, Facebook doesn't let us exactly count the number of followers, and we are using Bloodstained Men because what group attracts the most Intactivists better than Bloodstained Men? They have the most following out of all the Intactivist organizations. We shall do a video on that later. I know this isn't going to be a perfect way of tracking Intactivism growth, but if you have a better idea, please let us know. So, in the spirit of that, let's go ahead and see. So Bloodstay Men, they have 5,272 followers on Twitter. So we're going to check back next week. Please, guys, remind me to do this because I might forget. But 5,272 followers is what they're at on 11/14th. So we're going to check back 11/21 to see if they grow or not. All right, guys, I hear all the time what some Intactivists want. Pots, do a face reveal. Pots, only talk about circumcision. Pots, your videos are too long. Keep it shorter than 10 minutes. Pots, you're a gremlin with your stupid cat paws and video cuts. Wait, guys. Look at your screen for a second. Are you looking at it? Boop. You got bopped by Pots. Here at Prevail Over the System, we do VTubing, hangouts on Discord every Friday. We convert your money spent at Amazon and soon Walmart, if it's affiliated with Pots, to charitable donations to charities you care about, gift card giveaways, t-shirt giveaways, and polls. We talk about intactivism and genital integrity groups, but not really too much on the harms of circumcision because you're expected to know that already. We do have another channel for finance, but anyways, if you want face revealed, flesh tuber, anti-circumcision videos under 5 minutes, you can go to this amazing YouTuber named Truth Bomb. Truth Bomb is great and completely gremlin free, unlike Pots. I've subbed and had talks with him in the comment section on his channel and this channel as well. And who knows, maybe if enough of you Pots fans sub to his channel and message him in the comments, you should go and do an interview with Pots. It might happen because you, the fans, have that power. Don't ever forget. So this here is his channel. Look, all his videos are relatively short, 30 seconds. Look at that. That one's 4 minutes. That's a long one. See, you can go and check out all his videos. It is broadcasting out motivation. See, I've subscribed. See, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Oh, this one's long. This one's a long one for him. All right, 13. But yep, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. All of this is just really short stuff, short videos for you guys. And I know a lot of you guys love that stuff. So there you go. And he talks all about the harms of circumcision on his channel. So remember, guys, it's Truth Bomb broadcasting out motivation. So there you go. There is your flesh tuber that does what he does. And here at Pots, we do what we do. And I haven't watched all his videos, but I can almost guarantee you, you won't get bopped by a cat paw there. Promise you that probably won't happen. All right. And in Fortune news, they are doing amazing things right now. So if we go to the Fortune news, this is their November 8th article. If we look at their second and final cadaver lab here, this is going to be Dr. Rico's last cadaver lab from November 15th to 16th. So that's tomorrow on to the next day. There's lots of final things going on. There's lots of final step in the animal trials. The sheep trials is the last sheep trials, hopefully. So there's lots of final things going on, which is great. They also announced that 2 genital surgeons, Dr. Dan O'Day and Dr. Patrizio Vinci, have expressed an interest in traveling to Rimini, Italy to consult with Fortune after the cadaver lab is completed. Their expertise and perspectives are invaluable and will significantly contribute to our readiness for human clinical trials. In the update on the sheep, it says that they had to delay the sheep trials because of their approval is just really slow from the Ministry of Health. It says that Dr. Palumbo has met with Fortune and indicated that she and her team are ready. We're looking forward to this crucial phase. So literally, it's not Fortune's fault on the sheep trials. It's just the red tape that they have to get across and get approved. So their GoFundMe, this is very interesting here. If you look at their GoFundMe campaign, they are really happy that they've surpassed the halfway mark, raising more than $29,000. That is awesome. However, if you go ahead and look into it and go to a previous Pots video about 2 weeks ago when I was sick, they had $27,976. So $28,000. They had $28,000 raised. Now, if you look at their fundraiser, It's now $29,400. They raised $1,400 in 2 weeks, essentially. So they're getting about $200 a day. This definitely feels like things are slowing up. So hopefully they can make their $45,000 goal, but I don't know. At this pace, it's going to take a long time. And it's also kind of a big thing too, because a lot of people got their paychecks this month. So I don't expect a pop in this until maybe next month, December 1st. Maybe there'll be a Christmas miracle that happens, like it did 2 years ago for Forgin with that real big donation of $100K. I don't know if you guys remember that. I believe that was 2 years ago. Anyways, going back to what we were doing here, their blog that they made. This here is Dr. Dan Mon O'Day, and it is in German. So this is a German person, I believe. So, all right. So this guy has quite a bit of skills. He is definitely a plastic surgeon and hand surgery. That is his skills here. This guy seems very well qualified. It seems like he's doing a whole bunch of things, such as 2017 representative of the German Society of Plastic Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgeons on behalf of the German Society for Gynecology, representative of the German Society of Plastic Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgeons. In 2014, the acquisition of participation in hand surgery for accident injuries as a part of the type of injury procedure, and many, many more things. If you count up everything that he did, this guy has done 19 things here, and he's been working since 1984 all the way until 2017. This guy has been doing his job for 33 years. This guy's been doing his job for 33 years. So this guy is pretty specialized in what he's doing. The other genital surgeon that Forgin has is Patrizio Vincini. He has obtained the level 2 Master in Plastic and Aesthetic Surgery at the School of Specialization in Plastic Surgery of the University of Padua, acquiring the most up-to-date plastic and aesthetic surgical procedures, proposed by numerous renowned Italian and foreign teachers to carry out the cosmetic surgeries in a simple, adequate, and safe way. He also obtained the level 2 Master in Andrological Surgery and Penile Prosthetic Implantology at the Department of Gynecological Okay, Potts can't read that. Potts is not reading. Sciences and Urological Sciences of the University of Rome. Okay, I butchered all of that. I'm not reading this. You guys can read it. I will, be here for 5 more seconds. All right. Pause the video. We're moving on. This guy's very smart. Smarter than Potts. That's all what you guys need to know. All right, and in other news, I have awesome news that the Jerusalem Post has featured Forgin, Brendan Murata, and Brahim, and they got recognized internationally. If we look at this article here, this is a big win for Intactivism. It says, should Jewish males be circumcised? And then this is from Brian Blum. This was released October 6th, 2023. And it says that there is a growing movement around the world for foreskin regeneration. An online survey conducted by foreskin Intactivist Brendan Murata asked 10,000 circumcised men if they'd be willing to have their circumcision reversed and how much they'd be ready to pay. He says some 40% of circumcised respondents said they would want to have their foreskins back. Of these, 22.6% said they would be willing to pay over $20,000 for the procedure. So that's awesome. Brendan Murata is getting quoted. And then if we keep going down here, another thing that I've noticed, an article in Haaretz, which quoted an immigrant named Yuri who was already sexually active before deciding to get circumcised. He says that the feeling in the sexual contact was affected. It was wrecked. Yuri laments, there was a great deal less sensitivity and I need a higher level of stimulation. I was 16 and I was an idiot. Also, Haaretz person interviewed 50 immigrants who were circumcised only as adults. 70% of them reported that their enjoyment of sexual relations had been adversely affected. That's a lot. 70% out of 50. That is 35. That is 35 people out of 50 said, hey, this is bad. and a quarter of them said that they had a significant decline. So this is awesome. This is going to a lot of people, like not even just Jewish people, but just people who read the Jerusalem Post. And this also has Brahim in here as well. It says, for Jews considering non-circumcision, an organization called Brahim promotes an alternative, the Brit Shalom, which focuses on the ceremony but without the cut. So look at that, guys. Brahim, they also got mentioned in here. Also their website, Beyond the Brits. So yeah, so this is awesome. This is Intactivism all working together, all getting their work in, and all really pushing the movement. And then this kind of goes through like the history of circumcision, and it talks about how circumcision is bad, and talks about John Harvey Kellogg and Dr. Daniel. So I mean, they did talk kind of good about circumcision, but they always try and do that. They always try and be neutral as possible. And look, they talk about Forgin. It says, while the idea of more pleasure is enticing, I'm not considering reversing my own circumcision. Interested men, however, can turn to a startup called Forgin, which is running clinical trials to reestablish a fully functioning foreskin. So look at this. Forgin is mentioned 3 paragraphs in here. That's awesome. That's more publicity to Forgin and Brahim. So hey, this is good. This is good. The news is getting out there. That's what we like to see. I know I mentioned Brendan Marotta in my show a few times, but Brendan Marotta truly is a driving force for Intactivism. Brendan is relentless in his advocating against circumcision, and he provides a ton of material, books, polls, movies, and he's honestly among the few that made it a living. He's definitely in the top 10 Intactivists up there with Eric Klopper, Marilyn Milos, Brother K, Ryan Jones, Vincenzo, Van Lewis, and so many more. If you guys disagree with that, if you guys think that he's not in the top 10, please let me know. I'd actually kind of curious on what you guys think. But yeah, let's go through Brendan Marotta's highlights here on his hegemony, because I don't think we've ever actually done his hegemony on Prevail Over the System. So yeah, so this is his hegemony, and it says celebrating recent wins. So heck yeah, Brendan, you deserve this. His recent wins are he appeared on TPUSA podcast, The Spillover with Alex Clark. This is the largest conservative organization in the country. So for one of their shows to feature Brendan and the issue of circumcision is fantastic. He also decided to do TikToks, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, and broke his podcast clips into shorter forms, because I know so many people have the attention span of 2 minutes. And hey, dude, that's okay. You guys are busy. I totally get it. And his clips are already amassing thousands of views. Long term, this will create a library of content people can discover, binge, and rabbit hole down into children's issues. He said next month he will be adding YouTube short clips. I think he already did. Forward reported on a defamation lawsuit Brendan filed against an opposition organization whose founders have attacked the leadership of the Intactivist movement by calling them alt-right, said the movement is full of white, aggrieved men who have always been the bullseye for fascists, and made false claims about me, about Brendan. When asked for comment, they went silent and stopped repeating their false claims. I, however, gave a full interview. That's crazy. I believe he's talking about Brahim here, guys. I could be wrong. The Jerusalem Post, we just talked about this. The Daily Mail, also, we talked about this too in here, about how he got published in an article highlighting the research conducted by Ella and compiled by Brendan Marotta across these 2 articles, showing the massive market for foreskin regeneration, which, hey, we did cover on this POTS news as well, and the growing support for banning circumcision. Articles like this are useful for generating support and funding regeneration. Heck yeah, it is. Also, Brendan published a podcast interviewing a former Hasidic Jewish man about the abuse he endured in that community and how we can better protect Jewish children. And you can go to Hegemon Media and you can click for the full interview there. And also he was interviewed on a lot of his books, where we got into deeper philosophical issues. And all this while taking time off to focus on other writings. So he's doing a lot. Brendan Marotta really does a lot for Intactivism. And if you go to Hegemon, I guess it's called Hegemon Media, you can go ahead and see all of his archived stuff. You can buy his books here. there's a start here, so you can go ahead and see what's up. Brendan Marotta really does do a lot of things, and it's just a cool website, and he's a cool dude. Yeah. Also, guys, go help Brendan Marotta out and subscribe to his YouTube if you have not yet. He also has a TikTok and an Instagram. He has a bunch of social media, so just go and help him out. It's super cool. Also, I do have one question for Brendan Marotta, really fast. Why is your YouTube not monetized? I'm curious because I don't know if you just couldn't get monetized or if you just didn't want to get monetized or if my vidIQ is lying to me. I don't know, it just says you're not monetized. Alright, anyways guys, that is the news for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys again next week. Bye!